Welcome back, everyone, to Master of Command. Alright. Last time we left off, we have this army we've got to defeat here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of equipment extra left over. We have some for one more final artillery piece, and also for 2 more infantry. So, we'll see how that's going to go about happening. But first, let's destroy this army. Alright. Very good. That's right. They do have many grenadiers. They're grenadier and cav heavy, that is correct. Alright. Let's see what kind of ground we get to fight this battle on. See how this looks. Should be an interesting battle. Alright. Very interesting indeed. Lots of woods. There's a river that cuts up the center of the map. And it comes up to these woods. Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be defending these woods and this river, because that's going to severely dampen the capabilities of their grenadiers to try to fight over that river. Fantastic. To be honest with you, I couldn't have asked for a better battlefield, I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Alright. What's more is we have a little hill here for the guns to go on. That's pretty great. Alright, set them up here. Supply train up there. Alright. Let's do this. Cavalry to the flank, as per usual. Gonna order the guns on the hill, in addition to the supplies. Fantastic. General can come over here. Now, who do we want right here in the center line? Let's see. That looks pretty good. Fantastic. That looks good right there. Get a good strong line set up in the woods. We'll have Prince Clemens come up to the left flank here and set up the Bavarians in reserve, with our grenadiers set up across the line, of course. Fantastic. And we will send the skirmishers up as well. Alright. We could not have asked for better terrain to fight these guys on. Just couldn't. Absolutely brilliant. I did mess that up, though. I'm moving my men in a line instead of a column. I'm not a big fan of that. How very British of me. It's alright. That's what the lights will be used for. Hold off the enemy. Very good. Alright. Fantastic. Ah, they are shooting at my cavalry. Alright. Does not look like we're going to get away from that situation, however. Let's see, are they charging our men? Looks like they are. Alright. Fantastic. Repulse the enemy. Excellent work. Give them another charge. They are coming after our lights, so we are going to retreat here and push forward against the enemy. Fantastic. Prince Clemens forced them to retreat. That's excellent. Bring the Grenadiers a little closer to the front line here. Fantastic. Alright, need the cavalry to come down to engage their cavalry. I'm going to pull our Grenadiers back because they're exhausted. Repulse their melee attacks. That's excellent. Alright. We'll see what their cavalry does. I think they're trying to gauge what to do right now, to be honest. Fantastic. Shattered their line. Bavarians are about to shatter even more of the enemy troops. Absolutely devastating. Fantastic. One of their cavalry units just shattered upon our guns. Fantastic. We just shattered another one. Excellent. That's wonderful. They are getting flanked, however. We are going to move them back some. Alright, that did not go very well for them. It went beautifully for us. A strong cavalry wing is very, very effective. And this should finish them off. Excellent. That was a good little charge there at the end. Alright. That went well for us. I think our skirmishers took the brunt of things as they held the line up there. That went well. Very, very well. Excellent. Plenty of money. Oh man, that's some awesome items too. Excellent Potsdam carbines, coffee, Bibles, canteens, gunner's implements, Tompion. Alright. That ain't bad at all. I'm going to take the cash. Because we are going to do some mustering. Excuse me. Wow. Ugh. Alright. Let's see here. Coffee. We got coffee for the guns. We got coffee for those guns. These boys could use some more coffee. Do we have tea for all of our infantry? We do not. So we will be remedying that. Alright. Let's swap. Excuse me. Let's swap these carbines out. Alright. Almost all the infantry has Bibles. Not quite. Not quite. They have gunner's implements, but they're not that good, so we're going to replace them. Fantastic. We're going to check the iron ramrods as well. Because I think there's a few men that maybe don't have ramrods. No, I guess not. I guess I was incorrect in that assessment. Okay, their stamina is awful. They definitely need this. Let's give that to them. Excellent. So we were able to get some good upgrades there with that as well. And we're going to move on here to the encampment. See what we get. Alright. Night raid. And of course we have night marches, so it's a success. That's awesome. Light socket bayonets. Not too shabby. Alright. Head on up to Dolha. Yeah, I think we're about to spend a lot of money right here. Yeah, I think so. Wow, okay. Alright, so let's see. Getting the cylindrical ramrods. We might get the hangers. Elevation screws. Do we need elevation screws on any of them? Armor for the cavalry. Fantastic. That's awesome. Alright. Let's add those on to our guns for a moment. They have cylindrical. They don't. They do. Fantastic. Alright. Let's check out the armor for the cavalry. They have heavy armor, but we'll improve it. Fantastic. Save this for the other battery that we're going to get. We can actually save the ramrods too. For one of our recruits. Might come in handy. Palash swords. Yeah, we can use that. Cavalry pistols and a lance. Let's see. Basic. Basic. Yeah, we can use that. Alright. I believe we can use both the saddles as well. Let's check. Those are good. Those are basic. Yeah, so we can use that as well. Fantastic. Alright. Let's see. Who needs speed the most? You do. That's 6. And that's 6. Melee damage received, though. Alright. Fantastic. Yeah, those Palash swords are fantastic. Check the reload and accuracy here for our men. Yeah, we'll give them the guns. That doesn't seem too bad. They have guns and lances too. Alright. Give them lances. Alright. That looks good. That looks really good. I like that a lot. And I think we're good on supplies right now. So we're going to keep moving on. I have a battlefield we can get up here. Let's do that. Cavalry clash. Chance to get a cav regiment and suffer attrition. I'm not going to do that. I don't really want more cavalry in the army at the moment. I feel like our cav is highly effective the way it is. We will take this fort, however. Heavy fortress. Let's entrench it. Alright. Surround. No, I don't want to waste 5 days. Let's do bombardment. They hold. Oof. And we're going to do it again. And it holds. It's interesting that it's 0 days. It's not bad, though. That's cool. Alright, and again. This is eating up ammo, but that's okay. Alright, let's do it. And we got it. Alright, fantastic. Line with sappers. Mass bombardment. Walls hold. We do spend a day for that. We're going to do that again. And we breach the walls. Fantastic. And grenades. Fort captured. And we got heavy sabers. That's excellent. Doctrine. Flying batteries for reload speed and move speed, or more campaign move speed? Yeah, I think we're going to do campaign move speed again. Alright. That's neat. That's an added 20% to that. That ain't bad at all. Alright. Enjoy your heavy sabers. Alright, man. Cool. Heading on up now. Gonna get the combat. We're gonna get this enemy army as well. We're gonna go take them out. Alright. No artillery. Unfortunate for them. 3 Hessian cav, though. Those aren't to be underestimated at all. Hanoverian Grenadiers, British Grenadiers, total of 3. Got 2 foot guards. No, actually, 4 foot guards. Veteran foot and veteran foot. Alright. We outnumber them again, but they are elite troops. The key thing when fighting Britain is making sure that the ground is to your liking. More than usual, I should say. You do not want to be fighting the British on bad ground. Or give them the advantage. Wow, I like getting all these rivers lately. That's joyous to me, getting all these rivers to fight with. That's just wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, let's see. Put the cav over here on this flank. I don't know if I want to hold there. It's pretty close to the river. Here it's a little further, I think. See what flank their foot guard and such is on. Hanoverian, veterans, foot guard. Okay. So. Alright. Well, we might just put the guns here. We can get them there sooner anyway. They'll be a little bit closer to this location they're supposed to go. Which is fine with me. Do not mind that at all. Alright. Fantastic. Setting up the cavalry. Set up the general next to the guns. I want to move the infantry a little bit closer to the front so they can get there faster. take the cavalry a minute to cross the rivers, but see how fast we can get into position here against the enemy. Fantastic. Good little spot for the guns. I think we're going to have Prince Maximilian hold the town here. Send the light troops up. That's awesome. Alright. This is some excellent ground. So I don't doubt that we will be able to overcome the enemy. We do want our guns active as soon as possible to aid us in such an endeavor. Fantastic. I like this location for the Bavarians. I think that's going to work out very well. I really do. Alright, Prince Clemens. Fantastic. Cavalry's moving up the side. That's great. It's going to be excellent to have them there on the flank like that. Fantastic. I like to see that. Guns opening up on the enemy with extreme prejudice. Of course, any other kind of prejudice would be very disappointing. My apologies if I still kind of sound funny. I'm still kind of on the back end of whatever this crap is that I was dealing with before. I'm not sure why, but it just wants to linger. I am not excited about that. Definitely not a fan. Not in the slightest bit. No. Not even a little. Excellent. Fantastic fire on the enemy. Pull our cav back here, create a little firing line with them. Excellent. Totally decimated that cavalry. Their veteran foot that crossed the river is absolutely demolished. That is not going well for them at all. Which, of course, pleases me a great deal. Excellent. Didn't even need to melee with those guys. Alright, enemy grenadiers pulling up our flank here. And that is A-OK. Fantastic. We're just going to take them out. Excellent. Hit them in the rear with the cavalry. That should be sufficient to take out the grenadiers. Excellent. Alright, that did not go well for them. Alright, that didn't go well for them either. Fantastic. Alright. We are just rolling their line here. That's not fun for them at all. We have a very capable fighting force here now. We went from having a very substandard force. The HRE troops, they don't seem as capable in general initially. But they've definitely proven themselves and improved themselves as time's gone by. So that's fantastic. Super pleased about that. Be hilarious if their grenadiers decide to charge us. Well, they didn't even get the opportunity. They just got annihilated. That's fantastic. Didn't even have a chance. And they're basically broken. Fantastic. Victory. I like to see that. That's great. Didn't stand a chance. Alright. Cool. We can use the limber chest. That's excellent. We are going to do conscript real quick just to be sure that we don't run too low on our manpower. Especially after that fort. That fort ate a lot of our manpower up is what happened. Excuse me. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Fantastic convoy. Yeah, rush them to safety. Yeah, it's only one day. We don't have a chance for attrition that way or anything. Treasury escort. $44. Weak enemy field army 1 day and yeah, we're gonna do that. Fantastic. Alright. 3 Hessian Cav. 4 Grenadiers. 2 Foot Guards and 3 Veteran Foot. Alright. Similar sort of situation. I'm amazed that so many of these forces we've fought here have not had artillery. That's kind of... that's a little rough for them, to be honest with you. Not fantastic situation for them to be in. Of course, it's an excellent thing for us. So, I do not mind that. Let's see, where do we want to position ourselves? This is kind of an interesting map. I would love to anchor across that river here with the hill and the woods. I don't know if we can get up there fast enough. We could try. We could try it, that is for sure. Whether or not we will succeed is a whole other consideration. But I would like to try it. Most definitely. So we're going to try it. We are going to try to make it here. Most definitely. Bring the Grenadiers up behind. General here. Make sure the cavalry is moving up. Let's see if we can actually make it up there before the Brits. That's an excellent question. And it looks like we will get the ground that we want. Which is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright. Make sure I get them in the positions I want them in. Set up the skirmishers just to screen the advance. Artillery is nearly in position. And they are. Fantastic. Divvy up the grenadiers here a little bit. Excellent, excellent. Saxons are taking the longest, and they're the ones I need to anchor the line on. It'll be alright though. See, they are sending up their infantry to engage our cavalry, potentially. Alright. They're close enough, I believe, so we can actually do this. Excellent. Absolutely wonderful. Make sure the grenadiers are closer to the line so they can support a little bit better, should they be given the opportunity. Or the necessity, really. Let's see. They have a lot of cover on their approach here. Part of the problem. Did I remove the bayonets? Yes, I did. Alright. Fantastic. They do have their veteran foot coming to challenge my cavalry. And they are supported by Hessian Cav. What kind of equipment do they have? Okay, that one's pretty dangerous. This one's not as dangerous. That one is extremely dangerous. So we have to watch that 3rd Brigade because that could be a big problem. Here comes their cav. They're not too happy. I'm going to pull back a little bit just to be able to screen our cav that's engaged in melee. Excellent. We can pull back now. Adjust our speeds. We are repulsing the enemy very effectively right now. Especially the center line with our light troops. And it seems our Saxon musketeers are outranged by the enemy. Not ideal. Not too big of a problem, however. Need to make sure their cavalry don't flank around our battle line. That would not be fun. We are going to send the grenadiers in, however. Most assuredly. Got some Hanoverian grenadiers coming in. Gonna get organized here. Hessian Cav are approaching. Opening fire on them. And we took them out. Fantastic. Their infantry did get a few shots in on us. That's A-OK. Broke the Hanoverian Grenadiers. Fantastic. Excellent. Baited their cav and took them out. Alright. Their cav is approaching. I believe they're going to charge us. And they absolutely are. Countercharge with the grenadiers. It was unnecessary. Excellent. Fantastic. Alright. Gonna go ahead and move our troops up here that need experience. Have them come after this unit here. Alright. Get the cavalry back here behind our lines. Excellent. Alright, we'll take them out here. They do have some coming back to the battle here, actually, so we'll send these musketeers up to deal with that problem. They might get one volley in. Yep, they will. Nothing too serious, and then they're going to break right now with this volley. Absolutely. Fantastic. Let's pull Bavaria back. We'll keep the Grenadiers up here for support in the event they need any. Interesting. Fantastic work. Absolutely fantastic. And they broke them. That's awesome. That was a good battle. That went very well for us. We got the ground first, and that helped a lot. Also, us having artillery and them not was a pretty big deal as well. Take the money and the ammo. Fantastic. Alright, and these guys are actually able to be, well, no, not quite. They need a little more experience. I underestimated it. Overestimated how much experience they had, is what I did. Most definitely. Alright, fantastic. We can give that to the cavalry. Oh, don't want to do that. Yep, give that to them. Fire damage received and accuracy. Yeah, we'll replace that one. Definitely replace that. Let's see, do they all have axes? They don't have axes yet. So that works out very well as well. Okay. Yes. 4 and 4. 6 and 2. Actually, it's already so high, though. Alright. So we're going to go up here to get this convoy. And just check out this little village real quick as well. Alright, saddles. Do we need any more saddles for our men? We need 1, 2. Alright. Fantastic. Let's see, town square. Bibles. We can always use Bibles right now because we have troops that don't have them. And reducing morale and fire damage received is extraordinary. Alright. Looks good, looks good. Powder house. We don't need more earthworks. We have plenty. Alright. Very good that we have a chest also for our new artillery. Whenever we get them. Everybody has coffee just about. Tea. Also tea. Coffee, but we'll give you tea. Alright, Bibles. All of our line infantry, I believe, has Bibles. Are they excellent? They are excellent. Fantastic. Grenadiers do not, however. They do, but it's basic. They have excellent. They have good. Can give that to our cavalry, however. Alright, let's just see the speeds here real quick. 50, so you need this one for sure. 57. Alright. That works out pretty good. After all. Alright, don't need more tea. Sell the rest of that. Fantastic, and we are good to go. Alright, there's a fort. We will be taking that on, most assuredly. Command headquarters. 160 thalers. Or an officer. Well, we have some good officers. We don't really need 160 thalers though. Or 144, my bad. We'll do an extra officer just in case. Von Rumbaldi. Let's see, is he any good? Prudent and precise. Wow, that's actually not bad at all. Cover and morale damage. Interesting. I might want him in command there. Alright. That's not bad at all. I do still like Elverfeld. Alright, let's come up here so we can get our convoy. See what it's got. Prisoner wagons. Thalers, ammo, reservists, or 2 recruit infantry. Alright, yep. Yep, that's fantastic. Imperial land milits and Imperial land milits. Alright. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. We do have 1 unit of Bavarians. 1 from the Palatinate. And 1 Kreis. And a crap ton of Saxon troops. Alright. Could get more Palatinate troops. And we could get more Kreis troops, potentially. I'll have to see what I want to get them to become. Alright, so we have limited items for them for the moment. But it's alright. It's better to have them now and not have troops than not to have troops, man. If I can even talk English right now. Alright. We're going to force march over here. Just try to save a little bit of time. We are going to get this outpost. Might have to buy food here soon. Alright. Fresh recruits. Reservists. New recruit infantry. New line infantry. Yeah, we'll do the line infantry. Kreis veterans, huh? Interesting, interesting. You don't say so. Alright, Kreis veteran musketeers. Not too shabby. Along with the new land millets. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. I am gonna get rid of these now. Since we're starting to max out on our units. I know you can have reserve troops, but if we get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. Otherwise, I need money to equip those men, so we're going to be focusing on other things. Exiled officer. Unlikely. Higher level 3 or higher level 3 because we have the Master of Command, so we're going to do that. Johann Daniel Alois von Baden. What you got? Cover effectiveness and fire damage. Flanking fire damage. Melee damage received is worse. Cover effectiveness and deployables. He's not bad. Not a bad commander either, actually. Wow, okay. So we do have some good reserve commanders. Which is good news. We have one more encampment to get and one more convoy to get. Excellent. May as well come up here and do that right quick then. And hit the fort on the way. Sad thing is I don't think we have more grenades. Extensively is a moderate chance of attrition. 3 weapons. 2 weapons, an unlikely chance. And we did suffer attrition, but we did get the Palash swords. Which is fine, because we'll put them on here. And the troops that have garbage muskets now do not. Fantastic. Alright. Keep heading for the encampment up here. Exiled officer. We get another officer. Philipp Kolb von Reinsdorf. We got the Rockau Fusiliers. Melee combat effectiveness, range. It's okay, I guess. Alright. Rockau Fusiliers. That's pretty fantastic. I'm going to keep them in reserve because they are more like an elite unit and I can't upgrade them. I can upgrade these guys. So we're going to keep that going that way. There is an entrenched army there. I do want to get this convoy, however, and upgrade troops. 18,000 men. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll decide that in the next episode. I'm going to call it here, guys. I know this one was a little bit longer than our usual episodes. But it was fun. It was good. We made a lot of progress. And our army is filled out now. So, we also have a little bit of customization to get to. These guys will soon be actual grenadiers. And these are proper musketeers, so we need to upgrade them. And then we got the Kreis veteran musketeers. So, alright guys, thank you for joining me. This has been Prophet of the Constitution with Master of Command, our Kreis Contingent playthrough. Until next time, God bless.